Okay, thought I'd do a small video on some valve covers, some vintage valve covers. And a lot of people don't know what they're looking at when they look at valve covers, and I thought I might be able to help people out on what to look for. And these happen to be really early 60s Pontiac valve covers. They could actually be late 50s. Chances are they're early 60s, but it's somewhere in there, and they're actually made by the Holmes Manufacturing Company. And they actually were sold out to Moon Eyes. And so it's the exact same pattern, and they're super heavy and thick, and they're awesome valve cover. The only bad thing about them is nowadays with the big inch Pontiacs, people like to have high lift cams, and these don't have the clearance for that, so you got to run a spacer. But anyways, these have really awesome patina on them. They've probably only been polished once, is my guess, because they don't look like they've been polished down too much. And a lot of people, drives me crazy, as they'll bead blast these things. And the way I see it is they just ruined them. So when you bead blast a set of valve covers or any vintage aluminum, in my opinion, you've ruined it. You've ruined the surface, and you can't ever get that surface back again. It's kind of like bead blasting a vintage gun. And if that makes you cringe, that's how I cringe when I see bead blasted vintage car parts. Drives me crazy. So a lot of people, they continue to destroy vintage car parts, and a few pieces that are left, feel lucky to have them because there's not too many left out there. And the cool thing about these is, one way you can tell what type of valve cover you're dealing with is the moons always end at the edges like this with the ribs. They are deep rib valve cover, and Edelbrocks of the same era actually won't be labeled underneath, other than they'll say 59 Pontiac or 62. And the Edelbrocks will actually have the deep fins going all the way off the end, and they're also highly collectible. And so for the finned heavy aluminum valve covers, these are close to the best ones that you can get. There's a few super rare ones that aren't as attractive, such as the Mickey Thompsons in the 50s. Actually says Thompson along the side of them. They're super rare. They're super ugly, but just because they're so rare, they're highly collectible. So even in poor condition, those are worth something to somebody, at least as wall hangers or anything. So these are cool, and these are pre-Moon, before Moon actually made these, so they're old and they're cool, and they definitely seal. But if you don't want oil leaks, these are definitely the type of valve covers to grab and still have that original style and look. So I hope you enjoy looking at the valve covers. And they're always a twist on cap too. So that's one thing you gotta look for. If it's just a round hole, then it's probably a new design that's really cheaped out. So if it doesn't have a twist on style breather hole, it's still okay, but it's really not a collectible valve cover. It's probably not too vintage. So anyways, have a good day. Hope this helped you out for hunting for vintage car parts.